Kunox. This is Lil League from Board Step. And what's up, man? What's up now? What's up? All right.
What's up, y'all? This is David. It's part of Sacramento nightlife, in conjunction with Revolutionary Entertainment, right here at the Blue Land venue in Sacramento. Here, chilling here with San Francisco hip-hop artist Equipto out of the group Board Stiff. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? What's up, David? Chilling. Equipto in the house.
I gotta ask you, brother, what are your influences growing up, you know, listening to, you know what I'm saying?
Listening to music, I mean, I always say like the early things, Run DMC, Mantronics, Just Ice, as far as hip hop, you know what I mean? I listened to a lot of other things growing up, as far as like little jazz music and stuff like Eric Dolphy and things like that. But otherwise, I just listen to like, you know, something like that, Public Enemy and Black Sheep, you know what I'm saying, Tribe Called Quest, Gangstar, you know what I'm saying, Eric D. and Rakim.
You have like, your parents have like a musical influence on you, music-wise?
Yeah, well, my dad was a jazz promoter in Oakland, you know what I'm saying? He brought like jazz artists in, and it's like 80s, you know what I mean, and small spot in Oakland club, you know what I mean, and plus he's a DJ, still is, but was a DJ at KPFA, which is an independent, you know what I'm saying, radio station, People's Own, you know what I mean? It was like, and he was a strong influence, basically. He brought me home wax, brought me things, you know what I'm saying, told me about it. told me about certain things, you know. He brought me home Run DMC first album to me, you know. So my dad is like responsible for like introducing hip hop in my life, you know what I mean?
How was it like meeting the guy Rakim, you know what I'm saying, like the first time?
Man, I mean, it was a manifest, it was like completion to me, man. It was a completion of like, it felt like a relief, almost like I heard his lyrics like I never heard him before. I knew every lyric in my head as he was singing them, but it was like I heard him speaking them to me like I was feeling his life story, man. You know, it was like, and some people, you know, when you see, like, I was watching grown men cry, you know, next to me, man, watching him performing, and people laugh because it's like, oh, it's hip hop, it's like, but that's like all we know. A lot of us grew up on that. Like, people cry when they seen the Beatles because that's all they knew. They cried when they seen Michael Jackson because that's what they knew. That's what, all we listened to was Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and things like that. It had to be at that moment for me to see him too. I couldn't see him 4 or 5 years ago or after he done his third album. I had to see that body of work, you know what I'm saying? I had to be at this stage in my life in order to appreciate it like that too. To have the body of work that I've done and know what it takes damn near and what it doesn't take to, you know what I'm saying, go through all that shit in life. So as I was seeing, I was like, oh man, this is too much, man. I was emotionally like hit, you know what I mean? And seeing brothers that I grew up with, OG, real men that was singing the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, like I said, grown men crying, man. It was emotional. It was crazy.
Talk a little bit about like EPMD, had like an influence, you know, like on the Board Stiff, you know, in San Francisco. Talk a little bit about that.
EPMD was, I mean, it's like, cause I was like, for me, it was like around high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, and me and P. Whaley, which is my rhyme partner, I came up with, like, you know, he's in Board Stiff and everything. He's, you know, doing his thing, and family man, you know, businessman, teacher, you know what I'm saying, professor. Now, but you know, we grew up together, you know what I'm saying, and that was like our favorite group because he was P and I was E. We'd be like EPMD, you know what I'm saying, like it was like that was our little inspiration and everything. So I mean, I think, and you know, just them bringing a whole new sound of like, you know, loops and funks and samples. It was like they were like the East Coast Compton's Most Wanted, you know what I mean? Like Compton's Most Wanted to me and EPMD is probably like the biggest influences for me and like me, P. Whaley, and TD Camp, you know what I mean? Like we grew up on them 2 rappers and a DJ and a producer, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, EPMD is like one of our favorite groups, and you know, like the San Francisco scene was inspired by it like ridiculous, because I remember whether it would be a hip hop head or the Turf Cat or whatever it was, they was loving some EPMD. When You a Customer came on, everybody was bobbing their head, you know what I'm saying? So
what's your writing process like when writing a song, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your inspiration like?
It depends, you know what I'm saying, but a lot of it concept-wise and idea-wise will just come whenever, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I think that needs to be addressed. Maybe I could do a song like that and not be corny, you know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of it is beat-driven, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I hear an instrumental that's inspiring, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, man, this is something I need to touch on, and I need to sit there and listen to it on repeat forever, you know what I'm saying? People will get annoyed. That's why I got to be by myself sometimes a lot, because some people be like, man, you listen to that forever. You know, it's just, that's the type of things that it takes sometimes for me to, you know what I'm saying, get to that point in my head where I got the rhythm with me and I know what I want to say on it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
like important it is for an artist to, traveling, you know what I'm saying, like going to other countries, you know what I'm saying? Kind of talk a little bit about your experiences, traveling wise.
Man, I think it's necessary, you know what I'm saying, especially for an artist, a human being, period, a man, you know what I'm saying, woman needs to travel and broaden their horizons, you know what I'm saying, and see other architecture, other agriculture, other people, other cultures, you know what I'm saying? It's like other people's history, how things happen, I think. And as artists, it's like with being that, it shows you how so much there is to soak up. And you have to be a person with something to offer, I believe, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to be an artist, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to be something like that, you're going to have some, you're going to have to learn something, digest something, because people are listening. You can't just be up there really rapping about gibberish, you know. You can speak your emotions, your feelings, of course, but when it comes to like learning about history and facts and actually feeling and being at the historical places that these things happen, I mean, it means a lot, you know what I'm saying? And when you travel there, you'll know it, you know what I'm saying? Like artists will feel it, like, okay, this is what people are talking about. That's how I did it. When I started traveling, I was like, okay, this is what people were talking about, man. Like, you really got to, get yourself out of here, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mystic Journeyman inspired that for me, you know. They was the first ones to really independently take it out of here, you know what I'm saying? Japan and Europe and do their own thing, Australia, without any corporate, you know what I'm saying, independent thing. So, and we're friends still, but we were friends back then, you know what I'm saying? So it was like inspiration. Like, we were coming with tapes, coming with vinyl together, you know what I mean, doing shows together, and they were like, fuck it, we gonna go here, you know what I mean, and it gave you inspiration to think like, man, there is underground everywhere, you know what I mean, and people feel this feeling, we just gotta get out there and get it to them, you know what I mean?
Do you have any words of advice to any up-and-coming artists, trying to like step up their grind, they just keep on grinding and grinding, you know what I'm saying, like pushing and pulling, kind of words of wisdom?
I would say just come from your heart, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you love it and you feel it, you know what I'm saying, within your heart. I mean, to me, that's what it is. You should have a job, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think like don't look at rap as a job, at least right now, you know what I'm saying? Let it become your job if that's what you after, you know what I'm saying? But treat it like something you love. Treat it, because music is sacred. It should be, it's personal. It should be out there for the world at the same time to hear, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, don't let it control, you know what I'm saying? Let the greed get into it, you know what I'm saying? And all that type of shit is just gonna ruin your whole approach towards the music of what you're trying to accomplish. It'll become more selfish and not about your heart and the people that are listening. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see that in every artist, not to, like it's weak or it destroys it, but they get further and further away from, you know what I'm saying? They get further away from, I should say, like some of the honesty when they get closer to the stardom, and that's just the way life is. That's the course of it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you know what I mean? But if we could stay grounded, you know what I mean, and you could do your thing for the love, you know what I mean, then I think it's all good, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about.
I know you half Colombian, half Japanese. How was it like going to Japan, you know what I'm saying, for like the first time? Kind of speak on that a little bit.
Japan was crazy, man. I mean, that's an example of doing your thing and just, me and the Sojourners got our money together. We did it ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We got our money together. We just went on there, you know what I'm saying? Went on there and passed our CDs out, talked to people, did this and that, and then from there, we came back 2 months later, you know what I'm saying? They flew us out, you know what I mean? And it was beautiful because I was meeting fans, you know what I'm saying? People that came up to me on the street like Equipto son and shit like that. It was like mind-blowing. Board Stiff fans, you know what I'm saying, that listened to our shit for years. Other artists that done heard our shit, meeting OG artists in Japan that was just part of Zulu Nation and things that just foundational shit, you know what I'm saying, like really inspirational moments that I had out there, man, and it made me give me a sense of responsibility too, as far as being a Japanese American, you know what I mean, like just because, you see people, it's still new some places. It ain't like America where hip-hop is everywhere, and it's just like, it's been here for a while. Like Japan, it's been there, but it's still going through its processes, you know what I mean? Like, when I was out there, everyone was trying to be Dr. Dre and Eminem, and like, you know what I mean, woo, and it's understandable how those type of things happen, but it makes you feel like, okay, these are my people, Japanese-American type cats that ain't really, I'd like them to know a little bit more of how, maybe they do or maybe they don't, but you know what I'm saying, like I could school them a little bit on how hip-hop is about, in a sense, about, you know what I'm saying, being yourself and being just like, a free thinker, you know what I'm saying, showing love to people, you know what I'm saying, not about being, it's not cool to be ignorant, you know what I mean, like a lot of people think it's cool to be ignorant and that type of thing, like, So, you know, it's just like that type of feeling I got about being in Japan too. Like, man, I want to tell my folks what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was beautiful. I ain't been there in a while, but, you know, I definitely plan on going back. I got a lot more fans now since last time, especially through online, because when I was out there, wasn't no Facebook. It was just emails, you know what I'm saying? So it was no Facebook, no none of that. But now I got fans that's hitting me, you know, radio stations and like record stores. So I can definitely go out there and make a little bit of noise, you know what I'm saying? And I'd love to do that because that's my people out there, you know what I'm saying?
How was it like growing up, like being mixed, growing up like half Colombian, half Japanese in San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? Like how do people really like receive, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was different. I mean, when, you know, people seen, when they knew what I was, when I grew up more and I was younger, I looked more Asian, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like, you know what I mean? Like and I think people just thought, you know, I was Chinese or I was Asian, you know what I'm saying? And as I grew older, then people thought I might have been, you know, mixed with something. You know what I mean? It was like all type of thing. But San Francisco is such a diverse city. It was natural, really. You know what I'm saying? Like of course, everybody goes through things in life, bullying or being a bully and things. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no thing of, you know what I'm saying, of like that. I went through my troubles of just being me. You know what I'm saying? But I had a lot of friends. I've always had a lot of friends and people that just, you know, that I got along with. You know what I'm saying? And accepted me for who I was. And my mother, you know, my father just always, you know, taught me to be Japanese and Colombian. That's what I was. I mean, I always knew that. I never, like, you know, was ashamed of it. That's just who I was. So it's like, I think that being around friends and giving me the confidence, me having my confidence, it just make me be natural. And San Francisco, like I said, is credited for all that, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Of course, family, but my environment of growing up in the city and people accepting me, you know, I would never be quote-unquote Equipto or the person I'll be on the microphone how I am if it wasn't for San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? Like, they accepted me, they you know, took me in for who I am, you know what I mean? Like, it means a lot, you know? So it's like San Francisco is credited to me letting me be who I am, you know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about the up-and-coming artists from San Francisco? You like cats like Dregs One, Patience, you know what I'm saying, or Heat, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the future of the music in San Francisco?
I couldn't be prouder. I could not be prouder, bruh. I mean, like, I'm so juiced about everything going on in San Francisco, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dregs One is the homie, you know what I'm saying? And we were friends, you know what I'm saying, before. Now I'm a fan, you know what I mean? Like, we're just straight homies. And now, like, Patience, of course, Telly Prego. There's Richie Cunning out there, you know what I'm saying, talented cat out there, and there's this young cat named Nate, you know what I'm saying, some Latin cat out the Mission that's just like dope, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm really feeling his style, you know what I'm saying. And you know, and then you got the big wigs like the Burners and the Roach Gigs, you know what I'm saying, like them cats is, you know, making the eyes look on Frisco too, whether it be the music people don't feel or not. They getting San Francisco scene right now, you know what I'm saying? So we all got a different flavor. Everybody got a different, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing, and that's what I love about it too, you know what I'm saying? Like, people really getting established, you know what I mean, getting their companies together, getting their money, so we can put some power behind San Francisco, because it's all about money regardless if we hate it or not. It's just if we want to push San Francisco to that, you know, level, because it's a metropolitan city anyway, you know what I'm saying? Look at this guy. This is the Cup homeboys right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Interrupting my interview, you know what I'm saying? Carry on. No, it's all love. It's all love. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, Patience, I love him. But Nate is doing his thing. A1, talented, but these, like I said, I always say, man, these dudes is like superstar status. I mean, I'm not putting no bullshit on it. Like, they got character, charisma, they got the talent, and, you know, it makes me relieved in a sense, because it took a while for me to feel like this, where so much talent. There's always been talented cats in San Francisco doing their thing, of course, but there's so much of it. It's like a renaissance movement. It took damn near, like, you know, like 9 years or 10, you know what I'm saying, for me to feel like this again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm proud of San Francisco, and it gives me more the sense to step back, you know what I'm saying, as far as like being able to be fans of these cats and not so much like, you know, like, because when I talk to them, they talk like, oh man, I listened to your shit when I was younger and I was inspired, man, I can be blown away, you know, like, oh shit, right on, brother, you know what I'm saying? So it makes me feel like I've done my job in a sense, like, damn, young cats that's rapping like you right now and spitting and representing with that type of message, listen to me when you were younger, like, I'm inspired, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, that made me feel it, you know what I mean? Definitely.
Thank you for the interview, Equipto, man. Right on, man. Have a good show, man. Right on, man. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Home if you a tourist, shit hit Broadway and you can see the rippers. It's so bad from a list of a victor. Christian and Swisher, yeah, the streets talking. Keep popping to the day they free Aquin. Remember the town blowing hopeless, hardwoods. They go me down by the ocean. Drive in, Peter Wonder, even with the car show. And I'm a hit before Eva with hard bow. I stay record all across the globe. Show will bring it right back home to the slow. You know, everybody just to west to the day that I pass up a rap and set. That's how we do. Heart and soul of Frisco City. Yeah, it's the flow on lead. I'm born and raised in the SFC. That's how we do. Heart and soul of take us away, my brother. This is Stress Feature. Thank y'all for coming out. I gotta bring a homeboy up real quick, and y'all better make